my relationship with my husband isn't going well. At the same time, my father fell ill and my mother faced financial difficulties. To support my mother, I had arranged a monthly stipend of $1,000, and my husband had been transferring the money to her bank account. I was having a conversation with my mother.
Thanks for the monthly allowance. Even $30 a month is a big help.
Huh? I transfer $1,000 every month.
Huh?
The conversation with my mother didn't line up at all. A suspicion arose, so I switched to handing over the stipend. Then my husband started to panic greatly. I'm Marina, and I'm 32 years old. I'm a nurse caring for many patients daily. I'm in my 3rd year of marriage with my husband Connor, who is 1 year older than me. Unfortunately, we don't have any children yet. We met at a friend's party. Unlike me, who is shy and not good at talking, Connor had a cheerful and friendly personality. He was the type to easily become friends with anyone, regardless of gender, so he was quite popular. We bonded over our shared interest in foreign dramas, leading to a close relationship and eventually marriage. Our courtship went smoothly, and we decided to get married without any hitches. Both sets of parents blessed our marriage. I thought we would have a happy married life together. But reality didn't go so smoothly. Connor was a contract employee, and his income was only about half of mine. Still, I didn't worry much about it at the beginning of our marriage. I hoped he would eventually become a full-time employee. I have another complaint about Connor. That is, he leaves all the housework to me. When I come home, he's lying on the sofa playing mobile games. It's frustrating dealing with him like this. When I'm around, he makes me do all the household chores, leaving even his dirty dishes lying around. He leaves clothes lying around and doesn't bother with ironing. If this continues, the burden on me will be too great. As an ER nurse, I have many night shifts. Dealing with difficult patients, sometimes I can't go home for days due to emergencies. In such situations, I need Connor to take on the chores, but he wears a grim expression. Just asking him to help leads to complaints. Seems he believes housework is the wife's duty.
Why do I have to work? Even though I got married and have a wife, it's not right that I still have to do household chores, is it?
I naturally argued against this as well. Seriously, what decade are we talking about? Saying housework is the wife's job is so outdated. We both work, so it's only natural to work together, right?
What's with that attitude? Don't you want to support me when I'm tired from work? You really are not a pretty woman. I regret getting married.
Huh? What's with that tone? You never even noticed when I'm tired from work. How dare you blame others? Connor's sarcastic remarks got to me, and I started responding back, leading to more arguments between us. He really doesn't try to do housework himself. When I'm not home, instant cup noodles and food containers are left on the table. He could at least throw away the empty containers into the trash. I lost my temper and scolded Connor. Hey, could you at least throw away what you've eaten into the trash? Stop leaving everything for me to handle. However, instead of reflecting, Connor got defensive towards me.
Ugh, you're so annoying. Don't complain about something as trivial as garbage. You're so narrow-minded. I can't even relax at home, so I'm going out to have some fun.
With those words, he stormed out of the house. As our marital problems worsened, he started spending more time out late. He probably just doesn't want to face me. His attitude of avoiding confrontation only added to my frustration. Lately, even when we're together at home, we hardly speak to each other. To make matters worse, I received a call from my parents' home. Apparently, my father suddenly collapsed and had to be hospitalized. When I contacted my mother, she said,
"Don't worry about us. Well, we still have some savings. It might be tough for a while, but we'll manage by cutting back. Don't worry about us and focus on yourselves."
Even though my mother said that, I couldn't shake off my anxiety. My father was a temp staff, and my mother worked part-time. It's not an easy life, and it's going to be financially tough from now on. I couldn't help but worry about my parents, both in their 60s and still not receiving pensions. During this difficult time, my husband surprisingly offered some kind words.
It seems like your family's going through a lot. Your mom has to live alone for a while, right? Must be really tough, huh?
Yeah, I'm worried about my mom. I really don't know what to do. Feeling utterly defeated, I inadvertently confided in Connor. Then he made an unexpected suggestion.
Let's send them some money. Would around $1,000 per month be okay?
Huh? Is that alright?
They've done a lot for us, you know? When in trouble, we help each other out. It would be tough if their living conditions worsen and your mom's health deteriorates, right?
I felt genuinely happy. Connor is always selfish, but when the time comes, he is always thinking of my parents. Due to work commitments, I'm too busy during the day to go to the bank to make transfers. And due to administrative reasons, I couldn't use apps or online banking temporarily. For my sake, Connor agreed to handle the transfers. I felt guilty asking Connor while he was at work, so I apologized to him. I'm sorry. I'm inconveniencing you. It's my family, so I should be the one making the transfers.
Yeah, my company has a bank nearby, so it's not that much of a hassle. It's just a matter of going there during lunch break.
Thank you. Here's some spare cash. Use it to treat yourself to something nice to eat. I decided to give money from the $40,000 I had saved during my single days. I handed my debit card to Connor and told him the PIN. For the past 2 years, I've been sending money to my parents. Although I still have some money left, I planned to replenish it with the next bonus just to be safe. That's when my mother called from home.
Thank you for always sending money. We managed to get by because of it.
Mom, you don't have to thank me. We're family. If anything, I'm sorry it's always a little late. To be honest, I wanted to send my mother a little more money, but we have our own expenses too, so I didn't feel like I had the right to be thanked by my mother. However, that sentimental feeling was blown away by my mother's outrageous remark.
It's fine. Even $30 a month helps.
$30? I thought I misheard for a moment. While still stunned, I hurriedly asked my mother. Huh? $30 a month? What do you mean?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean? I've been getting $30 transferred every month. Isn't that your money?
Are you kidding? I've been sending $1,000 every month. My mother and I were completely confused, as our stories didn't match. After calming down, we tried to reconcile our stories. According to my mother, only $30 had been transferred every month for the past 2 years. Come to think of it, my mother always just thanked me for the remittance, but we never discussed the actual amount. My mother honestly thought it was little, but she couldn't complain since her daughter was sending money apparently. I was furious. The feeling of apologizing to my mother, the embarrassment, and the anger towards Connor all surged through me at once. It was just intuition, but there was no doubt that Connor was involved in this matter. I tried to call him to confront him, but he didn't answer. Since I had just finished my night shift, I decided to rush home and check my bank statements. And there it was, $1,000 withdrawn every month without fail. In addition, there were several withdrawals, and the $40,000 in my account was almost empty. Instead, $30 per month was being transferred to my mother's bank as if to make amends. What's going on? What did Connor do with my money? I decided to go home and look around Connor's surroundings. I entered his room and searched his desk and bookshelf. Connor is usually messy and has a habit of stuffing important things into drawers. So the drawers were a mess. Would I find anything in there? But my expectations were met. Surprising items kept coming out of the drawers, one after another. They were evidence of Connor's betrayal towards me. That guy. I'll never forgive him. I decided to take action to drag Connor down to hell. Connor looked strange when he came back that day. He was extremely restless and kept glancing at me. I realized the reason for Connor's behavior, which left me feeling annoyed. However, I suppressed those feelings and spoke to him kindly. "Welcome home. You went to make the transfer today too, right? Thank you for always sending money to my parents. It really helps." Connor flinched for a moment at my words, then replied awkwardly.
"Oh, well, that's no big deal. Oh, good timing. There's something I need to talk to you about."
"Talk? Oh. Is it because the balance in the account is decreasing? It's been 2 years since we started the remittance. But I have $40,000 in savings, so I can still afford it." Although I knew it, I mentioned it as if it had just occurred to me. The words come out easily and naturally, perhaps from the anger of absolute revenge. I wondered if my acting was as good as that of any professional actress. I thought to myself. Connor lashed onto my words. He probably never imagined that I knew the truth.
But still, if you send $1,000 every month, it'll disappear quickly, right? Just to be safe. I thought it would be better to replenish more just in case."
Connor looked at me with expectant eyes. I smiled and gave him the answer he wanted. "Understood. I'll put in more money. Please continue making the transfers." Hearing this, Connor's eyes lit up. The next month, while I was doing housework, Connor rushed up to me in a panic.
"Hey, when I tried to transfer money to your parents today, there was no money in the account. You can't make the remittance."
"Oh, from this month, I'll be handling over the remittance in person. That should reduce your burden, right?"
"Huh? Well, why would you do that? I've been making the transfers all along, haven't I? Don't mess with me."
Connor was furious. His face flushed red. It was anger at not being able to withdraw money as he pleased. I looked at him with a cold gaze. Right. It seems only $30 was being transferred every month. I wonder what the other money was used for. Connor's complexion turned pale at those words. He looked pathetic as he tried to cover it up.
What are you talking about? I've been transferring $1,000 every month."
I was appalled that Connor would lie at this stage of the game. If he was going to be like that, then I would thoroughly corner him. "Who are you transferring $1,000 to? And just so you know, I know you haven't been transferring $1,000 to Mom. I heard it from the person herself."
"Oh, well..."
"Could it be that you've been giving money to that cute Lena? She really pulled a ridiculous stunt."
"Huh? How do you know about Lena?"
Ignoring the astonished Connor, I threw out photos of his affair with Lena at the gentleman's club. I had actually gathered evidence of Connor's affair over the past month. I even hired a detective to conduct surveillance on Connor. The result revealed that he was involved in a relationship with a certain gentleman's club hostess. His drawers and trash cans were filled with receipts for luxury items. Of course, I never received such luxury items. It turns out my husband was using my savings to lavish gifts on another woman. When this truth came to light, I was on the brink of exploding with anger. Connor's proposal to send money to my mother was something I truly appreciated. Yet he only sent her $30 using my savings for his affair. Who could forgive such betrayal? As I glared at Connor, he awkwardly shifted his gaze around. Then he finally brazenly confessed.
"I'm sorry, I just wanted to have a bit of fun. I'll break up with Lena, so please, forgive me. We're married, so our savings are like shared property, right?"
Connor's audacity left me speechless. I couldn't believe how foolish the man I married was. Before I knew it, I exploded at him. "There's no way I'll forgive you. That money was from my single days, so it's not shared property. You're going to pay it back in full."
"Huh? That's a harsh joke. I'm apologizing, aren't I?"
My words seemed to slightly irritate him as he responded. At this point, Connor appears to be taking the situation lightly. I can't help but wonder why he can remain so optimistic. Does he really think he can get away with using my savings for his affair and still be forgiven? I decided to confront him with reality. "Haven't you noticed by looking around the house?"
"Huh? It's all neatly organized.
I'm divorcing you and leaving this house. I've packed up all my things with that intention. Please, sign this. Let's discuss the details like alimony through lawyers. I thrust the filled-out divorce papers at Connor. Seeing that, he finally seemed to realize I was serious. Connor began to kneel before me, his face pale.
Oh, I'm really sorry. I never meant to hurt you, Rena. I'll never cheat again, and I'll return the money I spent. So please, don't just divorce me.
Connor desperately apologizes, but of course there's no way I could forgive him. After all, he deceived me and my mother for 2 years and then cheated. Who would believe anything a man like that says? There's no way I can trust anything you say. 2 years ago, when you suggested sending money to my mother, I was truly grateful. I never imagined you were embezzling the funds. Your actions are no different from those of a fraudster. Continuing to be married to someone like you is just impossible.
I'm really sorry. Give me another chance.
Absolutely not. Besides, the moment you started giving money to your affair partner, there was no chance for you. How much longer are you going to make a fool out of yourself? All you can do is divorce me and pay alimony. Then Connor, crying like a child, shouted,
I don't want a divorce.
A grown man acting so pitifully. Though Connor was reluctant to agree to the divorce, that wasn't my concern. Leaving him with the words, I'll consult with a lawyer about what comes next, I left the house. It took some time afterward, but through a lawyer I finally managed to divorce Connor. I demanded $60,000 from him for the embezzled savings and compensation for the affair. He borrowed money from questionable sources and paid back the full amount. Now he's quit his contract job and apparently being taken somewhere by debt collectors. He seems to be working in the harsh fishing industry somewhere up the Atlantic. Moreover, Connor has been disowned by his parents, who are angry about the affair. Even if he finishes repaying the debt, he'll have nowhere to go back to. It's a miserable fate, but I don't feel sorry for him at all. I hope he sincerely reflects on his own actions. I also demanded $15,000 in compensation from his affair partner, Lena. She borrowed money and paid it back as well. It seems Lena lost her job at the club where she worked due to her involvement with clients. Now she's been chased by debt collectors every day. I, on the other hand, have returned to my parents' home and I'm living a peaceful life. My mother also seems relieved now that I've returned. Gradually, my father's condition is stabilizing, and my mother also seems pleased. For the time being, it looks like I can slowly repay my parents' kindness. If I were to remarry next time, I would want to be married to a caring man.